Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Café con Pan. My name is Gugu.
My name is Edgar.
Hey, and today we got something cool for y'all. We're gonna be talking about the do's and don'ts of dating while you're in church.
Yes, but before you go on, you know you can't start your Sunday without Café con Pan. All right, so today we're gonna start with the don'ts in dating in church.
Yeah, there's always things that you need to do, but there's also things that you don't want to do.
Yeah, so if you are married, you're already past this stage.
Yeah.
Right?
But you can relate because you've probably been through the process.
Yeah, and if you can relate, you either messed up in this part or you didn't even go through this part.
Yeah, and if you're not dating, sit down, put your headphones on so you can hear this.
Yes.
And take notes, my friend.
Yeah, so the first don't we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. I think the first don't is don't date just to date.
Yeah, right. If you're dating somebody, the outcome has to be marriage.
Well, that has to be it. That has to be the purpose for why you're doing it.
So therefore, if you're not ready to get married, don't date.
Don't do it. Don't waste your time and be courteous to the other person.
Yeah, don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your feelings. Don't waste your emotions.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Because at the end, if that's not your end result, you know, it never ends. It never ends well. As much as you wanna, try to make it end well.
Yeah, and the thing is, don't force it. Like if you don't want to marry, if you really feel like you're not ready for marriage, if it's financially, emotionally, whatever it is, then don't rush into it with somebody just because I like the way they look or I like their style. You know what I mean?
Make sure you're both on the same page.
Yeah, because ultimately, if you're dating, it's to get married.
It is. So hey, don't do that.
Yes, don't do that. Another don't is, if you guys do break up, don't talk bad about each other.
Yeah, don't talk trash, man.
Because at the end of the day, you're at the same church.
Yeah, you guys are part of the same youth group.
It's part of the same worship team.
Yeah, you guys are there together every service.
Yes. And you see, one of the problems we see that happens in that is that it divides. You create groups.
Yeah, because your friends are probably the same friends in the youth group, and now they gotta choose a side, who to believe.
And that's just awkward.
And it's bad for the
You know what I mean? Like, and then sometimes, we have these small churches, and there's little groups in small churches.
Yeah.
And that's just the worst.
Yeah. Hey, and you don't want to talk bad about that person because, hey, they're gonna hear about it. They're gonna hear about it, and then everybody's gonna know what you've been saying.
Yeah.
And if you guys get back together, you don't look like a dummy.
Don't subtweet them.
Don't
Don't sub Instagram them.
don't do it.
Don't do that like that.
Don't send them no Instagram things like if he loves you, he'll wait.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Hey, don't do that stuff. Ultimately, if it's in God's plan, it's gonna happen. And if not, hey, God's got somebody better for you.
Hey, so chill.
Yeah. Because at one point, that person made you smile.
Hey, he was bae.
Yeah, or she was bae.
Yeah.
Right? So hey, don't talk bad about each other.
Don't.
So, what do you think another don't is?
I think another don't is don't put your business on social media.
Yes. Now, we live in an age where we are in contact with each other in about 3 to 4 different social media sites.
At least.
At least. We got Facebook. What else we got?
Snapchat.
Instagram.
We got MySpace.
Oh.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Instant Messenger.
Hey,
if you don't know what Instant Messenger is,
she's too young for you, bro.
but you got Twitter and all this stuff where where it's surrounded to put your business around.
Yeah, I mean, and we know that it's cool. Like, hey, there's nothing like talking to Bae, after you just had a nice little session of the Oregon Trail on your computer. You remember that? There was nothing like, yo, talking to my girls like, hey, you know what, baby? I can't really talk right now because my oxen just died.
Oh, God.
I gotta lower my rations.
Oh, God.
Hey, if she doesn't know what the Oregon Trail is on the computer,
yeah,
she's very young for you.
Yeah, she's too young for you.
Yeah.
But don't put it out there.
Don't.
Right? Like, we don't want to give the enemy room to move or to talk.
Yeah, because people are gonna talk regardless.
Yeah, so don't give the enemy any room to talk or move.
Yeah, because people are gonna talk regardless.
Yes, and though you may be hanging out with each other and your parents know and you get the blessing from your pastor, and you guys are hanging out and someone sees you and someone sees things that they're gonna be like,
Yeah, you don't need the extra input. You don't need the extra eyes.
You don't. I mean, it's good to be accountable.
Yeah.
Right. But you don't need to put your business out there so that people can talk bad about it.
Exactly.
Right? Now, obviously, this isn't mine. You're not doing nothing back.
Right.
Because we're Christians.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, you don't need to create rumors at church.
No.
And look, I'm honest with you. If you don't care what people think about you, you need to care.
Yeah, you do.
Right? Because ultimately, it's your testimony that's going to help you in life.
There it is.
So if you don't care what people say about you, it's time to grow up.
Yeah. And another one, for those about not caring, here's another don't. Don't date the whole church.
Hey.
Don't be known as that guy.
Don't be the Pepe Le Pew in your church.
Yeah, don't.
If she knows who Pepe Le Pew is,
She's too young for you. Alright?
but don't be that guy or the girl who just dates everybody at church.
Everybody. Don't be that girl that's dated, all the guys from the worship team, or don't be that guy
Don't do that.
Don't be that guy that's dated all the pastor's daughters.
Dang. Or don't be the pastor's kid who dated all the little girls at church. You don't want to be that guy.
Don't be him.
Don't.
2003 Goo Goo.
Don't be him. 2000 Edgar.
Hey. It's all part of growing up.
Yeah, we learned.
But don't be him.
Yeah, don't be him. But yeah, just if God is gonna want you to be in a relationship, it's gonna happen, and He's gonna put it at the right time with God.
Exactly.
So let's not rush things.
No. Chill. Take a chill pill. Relax. Enjoy the scenery.
Yes, have fun in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys feel like we missed something out,
Hold on.
oh, I'm sorry.
We just gave him a list of don'ts.
Oh, that's right.
We gotta give you the list of do's.
Oh, the dudes.
So yeah. So here, first one that you need to do, and this is very important. Talk to your pastor.
Oof. You see, you cannot have a relationship in church and not talk to your pastor. You just can't do that. So
Yeah.
you do it, right?
You gotta do it for 3 reasons.
3.
Number 1, the pastor needs to know because he is the head of the church.
Yeah.
And he needs to know everything that's going on. So no sneaky business.
None.
Number 2, he needs to hold you guys accountable. He's gonna be there for you guys whenever you guys are struggling or wherever you guys are struggling, and he'll have you guys in prayer.
Yes.
Number 3, out of respect.
Yes. Usually when your pastor prays for you, he prays for you in general.
Yeah.
Right? Like help him in school, help him at work, with the friends, with the family, let me be the example. Right? But if the pastor knows the situation you're in, he could pray for that specific thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without a general prayer, he could go deep and say, God, help him with this, help him with that, let them be safe, let them be, let them grow. So yeah, you gotta talk to your pastor.
Hey, remember, prayer is a success to a lot of things.
Yes.
Your relationship is wonderful.
Yes. And one person who could help you is your pastor.
Your pastor. So go talk to him. Don't be scared.
Yes.
The worst thing he can say is, you know what, I don't think you're ready. And he probably knows why.
Yeah.
But hey, another do that you need to do is you need to respect the process.
Now look, every church has a different process of how, you date in
Yeah.
church. Right?
Some are more stricter than others.
Yeah. But if God has placed you in that church, that is your church.
Respect the vision that God placed in that man you call pastor.
Yeah, so therefore, whatever you feel that you don't agree with, that's the vision that God gave your pastor. Your pastor. So you gotta believe that whatever process He's gonna have you go through, it's gonna be for your benefit.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'd say a good % of the time, it's successful because, one, it's backed by God, it's backed by the pastor, and the process will make you stronger.
Yeah. Now, a good process, right, is gonna ultimately help you grow, not only as individuals, but with God.
Yeah.
So trust it, believe in it.
Yeah, there it is. So respect the process. Put some respect on that process.
Yes. But what do you think another do is?
I think another do is, this goes to all the guys out here.
I bet.
To all the guys watching this. If you're thinking about dating, this is a very important do as well. Do talk to that girl's parents.
Look, there's nothing more awkward than having that parent or having that girl's parents just look at you every time you talk to their daughter.
Yeah, they look at you, mira, ese muchacho todo guandajo. Hey, I feel like I said that out of like somewhere dark on the inside, ¿verdad?
It sounded dark.
Mira ese muchacho, mi trabajo.
You know what I mean? So there's nothing more awkward, man. So you gotta look. If you are thinking of dating, it's because you're thinking about being married at one point.
Yeah.
So you need to put up your pants, and show respect to that girl's parents.
That is.
Right?
Be a man and step up to that girl's dad. And tell him, like, you know what, sir? Your daughter's just cute, and I want to consider dating her. And you know what he's gonna say? Okay. In a good day.
Yeah.
But on a bad day,
Look.
he might be like, you know what, she's not ready, she's still in school. You know, I want her to be focused, which is good.
Yeah. And ultimately, you gotta respect that, right? Because we're not promoting that you go behind your parents' back and
Hey,
do that.
never do that, because they might want you for their daughter,
Yeah.
but they just want it at the right time. And if you do that, you're gonna ruin any chances that you could have had.
And look, and if it's God's will, even if they say no now, you got a whole life to live.
Yeah. I mean, right now you might be watching this video and you're like under 18.
Yeah, maybe.
You have your whole life to live still. The same person you like when you're 15 or 16 might not be the same person you like after you're 18.
Yeah. You see, and if you're watching this and you're over 18 and you're getting yourself an education, you're working full time or whatever it is, and you're ready to take that next step in not just dating someone but being married, hey, you gotta step up and be like, look, I need to talk to you and your parents. Why? Because I want to make this official. I'm not here to play games.
Take a referee and everything.
Yes. Don't play games.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Be a grown up.
Sauce.
Handle everything according to how it's supposed to be.
Yes. And look, again, if it's God's will, there's no one that can stop it.
There it is. Remember, if God's the priority of your relationship, everything else is gonna get handled.
Everything else. But if he's not, you're gonna have some trouble.
Yeah. What are you doing with your life if God's not the priority of it?
What are you doing? Right?
So there it is. There you heard our opinion about the do's and don'ts of dating while you're in church.
Now, if you feel like we missed something out in the don'ts or in the do's, we want to hear what you got to say. You can write it right down there.
Yeah, we read every comment.
Yes, we do.
Hey, and help us out by giving us a thumbs up on this YouTube video. And if you're watching us on Facebook, like it and share it with all your friends.
Yeah. You can also follow us on Instagram at InstaCafeCompan.
Yeah, or you can follow me personally at Googler89.
You can follow me as well at IamEdgar_.
So there it is. So we'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Hey, and remember, you can't start your Sunday without Café con Pan.